Thank you, Mr. Chair and Senators, and most importantly to the proponents and the opponents of AB 2145. I will state, is this the legislative policy hill that I was prepared to die on? No, but it's a righteous fight. It's a righteous fight because I spent 12 years as a local city council person trying to form a CCA. And as we tried to form a CCA, it was only high-paid consultants who were telling us the best way to do it without directly marketing to our constituents, to the consumers, to the residents who we asked to join in. We stopped slamming and cramming in the telephony industry. We stopped slamming and cramming in the newspaper, magazine, subscription industry. And this was viewed as a similar slamming and cramming. We said it's about community choice, but the way it was formed, it was like community force. So we've chosen to go back to the opt-out and give that consumer the opportunity to do it. But we ask that those CCAs go to the community and really sell them, because we had a series of community meetings for the 4 years that I represented the city of Gardena in this South Bay JPA to try to form a CCA. And you would be lucky if you got 20 people to show up. And all of us as elected officials know we've had hot issues, whether it's on the local, state, or federal issue, where you're lucky if you get 200 people to show up. So this was really about, as we say, transparency. We've talked about transparency on every level of government. And this was about making sure that the residents knew what they were getting. Again, Proposition 16 was a direct frontal assault on CCAs. I oppose Proposition 16. I'm on record opposing Proposition 16, and I would not have come before this legislative body and this chamber if I thought for 1 minute that I was trying to kill CCAs. But like every piece of legislation that we've passed in this building, regardless of time, there's always room for improvement. There was always room for tweaks. And this is what we were trying to do, is tweak the CCAs so we'll make sure that our consumers, our constituents, know exactly what they were getting. And the transparency aspect, but I don't want folks to continue to be misled that this is an attack on the environment. Again, when you look at the original bill in 2001, 2002, when it was passed, was a direct response to the energy crisis. It was a direct response to the energy crisis and giving consumers an option to purchase power from somewhere other than their incumbent utility. And we truly support that. There were also, during deregulation, something called ESPs, energy service providers. But we can count on one hand the number of true energy service providers that are out there today. We're all for competition. I truly support competition, but the way we were moving with a CCA, I was saying 12 years. There's only one legitimate with two on the horizon, and we hope they're successful. Again, I'm not here to stop the progress that you're making, but to continue to act like this is an attack on the environment when you look at the original bill, it never spoke to greenhouse gas emissions. It never talked about renewable energy. You can buy any mix of power you choose to. If this bill were to be passed in its original state, it would still not stop you from buying 100% renewable, 33% renewable, 25% renewable. And the data clearly shows that Marin, they are buying energy RECs. You're not buying direct clean power, as you say. You're buying energy RECs. So again, at the end of the day, this is about transparency. As to the individuals who want to continue to make reference because I work for a utility company. I also spent 4 years of my life with the LA Conservation Corps, where I did more environmental projects than most people in this building. So I take direct affront and offense to the fact that someone says that I'm doing this on behalf of the utility company. In the words of Shirley Chisholm, I'm unbought and unbossed. I respectfully ask for I vote.